Hey, what's up? So in this video, we're going to review this really good VSL I found so we can become better copywriters, make more money, and that's the agenda. A blueprint to 10k a month event space. Biz is on the way. You should find, fund, and fill your very own event space. Even if you're a complete beginner without using your own money. Good marketing message and good offer. Good offer. So let's see the VSL.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? You already know what it is, Kid Billionaire B-Man. In this short video, I'm basically breaking down how to find, fund, and fill your very own event space. Yes, using other people's money, right? So, real quick, just a quick story time. Just about only 4 short years ago, I was actually working as a...
So marketing message, what you can expect, and now he's gonna build authority.
server at an Italian restaurant, making about $360 a week. And
he's gonna relate to your current situation with the before, and with the after, he's gonna talk to you about what you want to achieve.
this ain't no woe is me story. Oh, look at me, look what I did, this and third. I just wanted to show everybody that this is possible, because there's a lot of people watching this video right now who probably not making a lot of money, who are not where they want to be, and they want more from themselves. You know, you was put on this planet to do way more than just work and pay bills. So when I realized that, and I was sick and tired of looking at my paycheck, like, yo, why am I only making so little bit of money? I found an event space nearby, and I'm just like, yo, look, listen, could I do the open houses for y'all just to make some extra bread? And then I'm seeing people walk in paying thousands of dollars for a few hours at an event space. And at that moment, that was my aha moment. I'm like, yo, I gotta get into this. So what I did was I saved up $30,000 of my very own money, and I got my very first space. Now, once that was fully built out and everything like that, and that was going pretty okay, I saw another one about maybe 8 minutes away, and I'm just like, wait, hold on. I just spent all my money with this first space. How am I gonna get this second space? And it was 2018 when I realized, yo, I have to learn how to use other people's money. So I took out a Chase Inc. Unlimited credit card, and I got approved for about $15,000. Then what I did was I called Chase. I asked to speak to the credit limit increase department, and they boosted it to $25,000. I was able to use that $25,000 to get my second event space, and eventually turn those two event spaces into 80, 90, 100, and even up to $150,000 a month in just event space sales. So why am I even talking about this? Because I just gotta say, thank you, event space business, because without my event space business, I would have never been able to buy my dream car, buy a 12-unit apartment building, because the biggest thing, y'all gotta understand, your current situation does not determine your final
That's probably addiction the audience has, or a belief they need to have.
destination. I was a server, broke, living at my mom's house, to now I own my own property. And this is not just me. This is what other people have been doing as well. This is my guy, Terry. He received an award for making $25,000 in a month right here on the left. And this is my guy, Richard. He made $50,000 in a month right here on the right. So that's those are the only two people. This is my girl, Kayla, literally started with a $30,000 credit card. Now a 2-time event space owner at only 23 years old. Y'all, that doesn't get you up out of bed in the morning. I don't know what will, y'all. And I want you to check out this crazy statistic for just 1 second, right? Because a lot of people just like, is there even still money in event spaces? Just in 2022 alone, the event industry market was $3.2 billion. Even with COVID-19 and all of that. But the even more shocking thing about all this is this. Nearly 1 in 5 businesses fail within the first
Now he's
year.
selling them on the opportunity and why this thing works so well. That's what he's doing.
So what are most people going to tell
And
you?
why this is,
Number one,
and why this is also a viable business model.
don't start a business in the economy. That's a lie. That's a lie. Why is it a lie? Why is this bad advice? There have never been this many great deals before in this economy. And 2, the wealthy move when others are fearful. And I know you've heard this quote before. In every recession, there is a massive wealth transfer. How do we get our piece of the pie? And even just as it applies to event spaces, ever since pandemic, people have been hosting events 28% more. So what do we do instead, right? First things first, we have to fix our personal credit, right? Because we want to use that to leverage to go and get business credit.
Now this is going to be the process that you're going to follow when you join.
Fund our business. Number 2, we want to create an LLC, receive an EIN. Number 3, build relationships with these smaller banks, and then turn around and ask for some more money. And another thing I want you to do is I want you to find a roadmap. Find a property with a great floor plan and great potential for cash flow. Build these relationships with these smaller banks so you can turn around and ask for some money. So this is the same process that has achieved results over and over and over. All the way in the far left, I have my students in Montreal, Canada, who ran the play, literally set a goal of $5,000, crushed it, then sent another goal of $10,000 and crushed it again. My man Terry, as y'all just saw in the last couple slides, he did $25,000 in a month. My guy Richard in the third slide, you saw he made $50,000 in a month. So what do I need from you at this point, right? It's no secret the system works. But what do I need from you at this point? The number one thing I need from you is implementation.
He's assuming the sale right now. That's what he's doing. Assuming that they are going to join.
Just putting a decision, new information, or a plan into action, aka execution. And this is how it all comes together, right? Once you come on board, you want to get your credit right? You want to get funding and you want to start locating your space. Now, that's the hardest part of the business, but I love that they put it in the front because once you find your space, everything else is smooth sailing. After that, you're going to sign your lease. I highly recommend you connect with an attorney. Then you're going to do your build out, your marketing plan. You're going to start developing your upsells and packages. And then finally, once you've really learned the business, you're going to automate, because I always recommend you don't want to delegate anything you've never done. So why does this work? And why
Okay, nice.
are students even seeing so much success?
People, this feels like this adds a lot of logic into the equation and makes them feel like, okay, this is a process, this is exactly what I need to do.
Never done. So why does this work? And why are students even seeing so much success this way? The thing about it is that with a proper system, literally anybody can find a space, get it funded by a credit card, and fill it with bookings in less than 90 days. Literally just today, I'm actually about to go and visit one of my students who just opened up her own space in literally less than 30 days, right? So with the proper system, also, this can happen with literally none of your own money. And the best part about all of this is it can be repeated over
Handling an objection, hyping you up more. Let's go.
and over again. So how do you start, right? Number one, find a space on loopnet.com. Build a relationship with 3 banks that pull from 3 different credit bureaus. That's Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And number 3, list your space online with websites such as Peerspace, Splacer, and Gigster and get it booked. And this is just a quick look at loopnet.com. And what I want you to start doing is you're going to go to For Lease. You're going to start looking at spaces just like this. It's a very, very simple process, right? And above all else, y'all, the formula opens doors. Like, people think, like, Brian, does this really work? In 2023, does this really work? Yes. Yes, it does. As you can see right here, year 2023, one of my guys, Tyrion, he did $21,000 in a month in the same economy that everybody's so scared about, right? And my girl, Kayla, she got funded, yes, in the same exact economy, $25,000 in funding. Insane, right? So stick with me real quick. You're up next. There's 2 ways to go about getting your first event space, right? Number 1 is leasing. Number 2 is buying. The biggest pro about leasing is that you can actually start with a lot less money because you don't have to buy the building as opposed to, regular commercial real estate. Number 2, the biggest cons is, unfortunately, when you are leasing, you're repairing somebody else's property, but it's not a big deal. I'm gonna show you how to get around that and how to get other people to pay for your renovations. And of course, with buying, it's a larger upfront cost, right? But let me be very clear, both are needed to a certain extent. I always recommend people start off by leasing, and then when they get their footing, they turn around and buy. But the question always remains, Brian, how do I know how to properly negotiate my event space deal? Now, one of the biggest things I do is I do not like turnkey spaces. As you can see, this is a very, very nice space. It doesn't need much work. I avoid spaces like this because the landlord's going to charge you an arm and a leg. Number 2 is I always recommend getting an attorney to review your lease to make sure that there's nothing in there that's strategically placed to take care of the landlord and not you. Then we want to make sure that we're having a good annual escalation rate inside our lease. We're getting a rent concession, which is basically free rent, and we're negotiating a good, solid lease rate that's favorable to us, right? So once you do these 3-4 things, this is how you're going to be looking, right? You, the property owner, your friends and family, going to be watching.
Yeah, this is getting them to picture the dream state without promising stuff. Yeah, this is very good. This is very good imagery. Very good way to instill imagery without you having to explain stuff.
You own a great event space with amazing cash flow, right? That's why I always say, y'all, you are literally one event space from changing your life. So now there's 2 ways that you can go about it.
Crossroads flows.
Right? We have success and we have failure. And I hate to look at it this way, but unfortunately, those are the decisions that are in front of us every single time we want to go into a business, right? And unfortunately, what we see a lot of people do is they take the long way. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to go to the gym, would you go to get a fitness trainer? You know nothing about the gym. Would you go get a fitness trainer, or would you try to figure it out on your own? You'd most likely get a fitness trainer. Why? Because you want to save time. You want to save money. You want to save energy. You want to save anxiety of taking the long way to accomplish that same goal. 2 people can go in the gym at the same time, and one can get the results a lot faster than the other simply because they invested in themselves and they got in front of the right information. So what you want to do is this. You want to give yourself the best chance of success, the road on the left. So unfortunately, I truly wish we could work with everybody, but the thing about event space leads scale your venue is that when we take on a client, we're jumping in the trenches with you. We're rolling up our
Crossroads closed, then he's doing the urgency, so you can apply now. Oh, fuck.
We only work the only way we're able to find, fund, and fill your own event space. So with that being said, we only work with about 10 people a month, simply so we can give them the best choice, we can give them the best amount of attention, give them the best resources. All our team is all hands on deck. So if you are still watching this, stop watching, go and apply so we can see if we are a good fit for each other. Let's get them, let's go.
Nice. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, I like this. I like this VSL actually. What would I change? Would I change anything? He had the promise, he had the authority, he had testimonials, he had the process. No, I wouldn't change anything actually. I feel like it's good. I feel like it's very good. Maybe he could describe the testimonials a little bit better to get them to relate to the author's current situation, but it's cool. other than just saying that he achieved this, but he didn't really sell what their lifestyle looked like after this. This is the only thing I would change. Other than that, it's cool. I liked it. So yeah, if you got some value out of this, make sure to like, subscribe, share. See you in the next one. Peace.